Hello, everyone. Can you believe it's November? Wow, where did this go? So this is going to be a very long recording because I have a ton to share with you. But so I'll give you a heads up now to make sure you have notebook and paper because again, just a lot of information to share with you guys this month. And well, quite honestly, I went to a few free webinars, picked up a ton of information that just seemed of value to bring back to you guys. So there you have it. That's what happened. That's what I get when I have, opportunity to listen to things. So anyway, I hope all of you are doing well. Let's go ahead and talk about November, okay? Hello, little mouse. Okay. Highlights. So the dough planner, a lot of you use dough planner. Well, I know I do. I love it. It's a great planner. It's worth every penny in my book. The lady who designed that, Jen Bittner, she has a free Facebook group. It's called Sales with Soul for Fempreneurs. Okay. And it's free. And she does all kinds of free training. And it looks like it's going to be about weekly. But so far what she's done is pretty awesome. And in fact, that's some of the notes I have for you guys today. The other thing I picked up on another little webinar I picked up on was this, it's called Sales Scaries. And I put those notes in here as well, but I also posted some of these in our Facebook group so that you could catch them there. On October 21st, doTERRA was supposed to launch the new Natural Home Edit series with the Abode products. Now, I started playing them as soon as October 21st came out. And as far as I've gotten into it, I have not seen any trace of Abode. So perhaps those updates are delayed for some reason, but I fully expect that they're going to be in there. But what is in there is pretty awesome. Tons of DIYs, tons of tips, some really good content to help your customers understand how to introduce natural products to their home, and lots of ways to use doTERRA essential oils in every room of the house. Okay. Now, again, these are supposed to be updated with Abode included, because you'll notice particularly in the laundry room that they still talk about the On Guard detergent, okay, which is still available if people, want that. So anyway, I do look for updates in that, but the person who is taking this, it's self-paced. They can go to any room they want. If they're interested in kitchen or bathroom or whatever, they can click the subject, and then there's little videos with tips. There's a workbook you can download with all the recipes in it. It's pretty well done. Okay, so I highly encourage you to check it out. I am actually planning to offer it as a, hey, you're my customer, you get this for free, and not just give it to everyone, because then it becomes a little more exclusive. That's just the way I'm going to do it. Obviously, feel free to use it as it best suits your business. Most holiday items are going to be available today, November 1. Now, there are a few things that are not going to be available through until December. A couple of the things in the little catalog, but most of the things are available today, November 1. Now, you are going to want to tell your customers about these, because as you guys know from prior experience, they sell out quick. So if there's something that everyone wants, which I guarantee you this year is going to be those little cute cookie cutters with the baking essential oil blend, you're going to want to get them today. Do not wait. Process those LRPs today and get the things that you want out of that holiday catalog. Of course, Abode has overtaken the doTERRA conversations. It's incredible cleaning products. I've used all of it now. I like it a lot, and I particularly like that multi-purpose cleaner in the bathrooms to clean with. So far, that's my favorite place to use it. The monthly Empowered Success trainings, which happen the first Monday of every month, they are focusing on selling strategies around Abode, and last month's was pretty good. So feel free to join those. If you don't know where to register, let me know and I'll send you the link. Okay, this coming Wednesday, November 3rd, 7:30 p.m. is the Metabolism and Weight Loss class. Guys, I have to say, this is, This is a darn good class. The material is off the hook. And I will tell you that I've been using several of the protocols that are in the training to try them out. And I really am getting some benefit out of them. I feel good. I'm starting to see the difference, and there's steps to doing this. So I've not done all the protocols intentionally because there's instructions to go with each step, and I haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, but I will walk through all that in the class. Get your people signed up for this because this is a good one. Now, I have made a recording of it, but because of the content, it is not something I'm just going to freely distribute. It is something that we are giving people specific protocols to follow. We are giving them specific ways to use oils. And as a result, we want to be careful. We want to vet people who are actually going to benefit from this. Okay. So live is best, but I really think this is a class I'm going to offer at least monthly, in addition to our Mastered Class 101 class for total beginners. Okay. But get your people signed up for this coming Wednesday. They can go over to my website, dragonspitapothecary.com. There's a book online menu. You'll see it in there. It's the one class offering right now is November 3rd. Get them signed up so they can get the Zoom. Okay. And if you have not heard yet, the oil elevation is being discontinued, and it's going very, very quickly what they have left in inventory. So if you want a bottle of that, you want to go ahead and get it now. Okay. And it is being discontinued because of sandalwood sustainability issues. And, maybe some point in the future, doTERRA will bring it back. But as you guys know, we've really struggled with particularly the Hawaiian sandalwood, the sustainability of that. Actually, doTERRA went into Hawaii and helped rebuild an entire sandalwood forest. So it's going to take some time to generate healthy sandalwood trees where this is no longer an issue. Okay, and it's one of the reasons why sandalwood is so expensive as it is. Okay, a little bit about volume. We remain consistent, and that's a really healthy sign. August has been our lowest month of the year, interesting enough. And that seems to follow normal trends. Usually April, August, and October are the lowest months of the year for a lot of teams. Our lowest was August, so I think that's okay. We haven't had as many enrollments as we had in years past this year. We have not had as much LRP consistency as we used to have, but we have still kind of held strong, and we've been consistent. So that is attributed to all of you continuing to keep in contact with your customers and keeping them engaged. I think our vault has helped a lot. So it's, I think we have the right things in place. I think it's just kind of building that customer base where we have that loyal following and engagement. So I am still offering classes every Wednesday through December 8th, with the exception of Thanksgiving week. There will be no class offering that week. And then the last class of the year will be on December 8th, so that I can have a little bit of downtime before the first of the year. As many of you know, I am heading back to college. Gosh, it feels weird to say that. But I am pursuing a bachelor degree in holistic and natural medicine. That's going to complement obviously a lot of what I do with doTERRA. But I want a little downtime before I start that new adventure. A variety of topics, obviously, we will include as you need, as customer requests come in. Live does work best because it means that we have vetted these people. They're ready to engage in a class, learn more, and then if we've done our work up front, they're ready to be our customer after a class. So tell me what you need. Obviously, if you want to teach a class, that's cool too. Just let's connect, and I'm happy to support you in any way I can for that. But let's really focus on this November 3rd weight loss class, because I think that's going to be, I think that's one we're going to want to offer a lot. Okay. If you are unfamiliar with this, I ordered a postcard. I had it created. I had it ordered, printed. I have a box of them. In fact, there's some on my desk to be mailed out. But every month I pulled our roster of customers and their anniversary dates with doTERRA. And then I am filling out the postcard. And if I haven't heard from you and you're doing this on your own, I'm putting your name on it. Otherwise I just put my own, I stamp them and I mail them around the first of the month. So if you're interested in contributing to this, let me know. I've had good response the first couple of months I've done this. November, we have a big stack of customers renewing. There's probably, at least half a dozen here that I'm getting ready to shoot in the mailbox. So let me know. And obviously, if you hear something from your customers because of it, you know what this is about. So this is the front and the back of the postcard. And it's discussing the free peppermint they get with their renewal of being our customer for another year. Okay, so let's dig into some of this webinar stuff that I participated in. The first came from that Jen Bittner, and the session I went to was called Reigniting Your Business. Okay, so I'm gonna share some notes from that with you. Really good stuff. And then I also have some on social selling and how to beef up your social media to support selling. So let's start with this Reignite Your Business thing I went to. So these were her steps. These were her key points. First, your doTERRA business is the one thing in your work life that is COVID resistant, job and future security. You can build this into being the safest income source that you have. And I know that means a lot to a lot of people these days because, our country kind of sucks right now with everything going on. So it is up to us to keep our business open. It is up to us to keep our business relevant and in a way that is supportive and encouraging of people to live more naturally and take care of themselves. The other thing that I'm going to mention here is that you can build a future from this, and it is up to each of us to determine what that means for our own lives. If you stop building, if you stop sharing, if you stop talking about oils and what a difference they're making in your life, you will lose your customers' attention. You will not attract new customers and builders, and your income is not going to grow. It's just plain simple. This is not the kind of thing that you can just sit back and wait for it to magically happen. Okay. And she was very pointed about this. And I think it's something we all acknowledge as something that can happen, that if you're waiting for someone to tell you what to do, you have a job, not a business. If you're waiting for customers to show up and hand you their money, you're having a job, not a business. Okay. Reigniting your business means that you were at some point ignited from it. Now, were you circumstantially excited at that initial onset? Was it because of a certain person? Was it because of something you heard? Was it an experience you had from oils yourself? If that went away, would you still be excited about what you're doing in your business? And if someone, someone else went away, would you still be inspired to build your business? And if the answer to any of that is no, then that's where we got to put in the work to figure out, what does this business really mean to us? What are we really trying to achieve with it? It may have changed since when you first started your business, and that's okay too. But we've just really got a level set on what this means to us and use that to fuel our momentum, right? Our own self-propeller to make this successful. You have to define it based on what is your passion and what makes you feel most creative. And that is the beauty of owning your own business, is you get to decide that. You don't have to wait for the boss to give you defined goals and measure your performance based on their subjectivity, right? Or the raise that you get is only based on what HR says they have in the bucket that year. This is up to you. Okay. And I love that idea, that freedom of that. That's what kind of one of the things that lights me up is the creativity and passion around being that kind of level of freedom where this is not a job and it is entirely up to me. And yours could be something totally different. Okay. But getting down to what that means for you is what we need to use to reignite your business. You can only create the environment. Okay. Others have to choose to join you in it or not. Okay. And this hit home for me because, as you guys know, I try a lot of different things with you guys, with our customers. I am constantly trying to figure out that opening. Okay. And I am creating the environment that I want to be surrounded by. And I can only create it. Other people have to decide if it's right for them and join me in it. And I have told all of you specifically in this group that I want to build this once. I want to build it the right way and have it be sustainable and reliable and something that gives all of us hope for our futures that we can count on. That's my whole point of doing this. And I am creating that environment, hopefully, to allow that to grow. Now, it's up to each of you individually as partners with me in your doTERRA business, if that is the right thing for you or not. Okay, but that, I know I've told all of you that at some point or another, that is really the core of why I love the way that we've done this team, is that it really is yours. And we are not a upline, downline situation. It's a very flat organization as far as I'm concerned. We're all partners. And I want that environment of women uplifting women and us pulling together and having that freedom to do what's right for us, but having this community where we have this expertise and the support where we need it. And if you need something else, that's way cool. Okay. But I'm really about, this is our safe space to be human and to build it once, build it right, and not have some of the horror stories that you've heard from other direct marketing teams. Okay. So I thought this was pretty good stuff. Her output of this, or the results of this, were, what are you willing to give up, put in, go in on to make your business successful? You cannot multi-side hustle, multitask, multi-direct marketing companies and reach the income and rank that you want to in doTERRA. She firmly said it's not going to happen if you do that. If you're working multiple direct marketing companies, then your focus is not on your doTERRA business. Okay. And yes, you can integrate your doTERRA into other business models, right? Which is part of what I'm planning to do with the degree that I'm now pursuing. But it may take a little bit longer runway to make that happen, to reach the income and rank that I want for my doTERRA business as a result. And I accept that because I feel like the right way to go. And I feel like it's where our country is going. But you are not going to hit a diamond and be working multiple side hustles, multi different focus things that you're trying to do. Because if you want a 6 or 7 figure income from your doTERRA business, then you have to work like it's a $6 or $7 income. You have to work like that. And you can't do that if you're doing multiple things. Okay. So that's where she's saying, are you committed, capable, and consistent? Because if you're not, then you need to reset your goals. And there's no shame in it. Okay. So how you make this happen is, if you want doTERRA to be a significant part of your income source, you can't turn off the open sign. You have to focus on it and you have to keep your business open. Day-to-day life is going to happen, right? And it's going to be different every day. But you can't make it, you can never give up on it. Okay, to make it, if you want it to be sustainable, then you have to keep putting a little something into it every single day. It is not someone else's responsibility to build your business. We can each grow individually, regardless of what anyone else is doing. We have to be willing to put in the work to make that happen. And hopefully we've got a community here of each other to lean on and get the support that we need. But if not, there are lots of resources in doTERRA to help you get there. Okay. I'm happy to share the ones that I'm working with, that I have found inspiration and help from. But, we have to define what that looks like for ourselves. Okay. So like I said, this was good stuff. I thought this was well worth for free training, right? She had some really hard truths, truth bombs, that brought it home for me, and I hope that it does you too. So what her end comments were is, you've been handed a turnkey business. You have all you need to operate it. You have all you need to run it. You have training, you have systems, you have customer service, you have IT support. You have everything you need to run your business. You are the connector between your customers and your business. And your job is to connect the two. Okay, plug them into those resources. Your goal is to create that customer and builder loyalty through the environment that you create that's based on consistency and reliability, that you are going to be there to help them. Okay, now to do that, work the business in a way that promotes your own energy. Okay, what do you want your business to look like? What's important to you? What drives you? What makes you feel most creative? You inspire people by what you do every day. And if you're doing good things that are building yourself up, and you're leading by example, and you're living by example, and you're practicing what you preach, then you are going to attract the people who are going to want to buy from you, and they're going to want to be around that because you're teaching them good stuff and you're helping them too. Okay. So again, I thought this was fantastic for a little freebie training. All right, the next thing was the Sales Scary series, and I got this from a lady called Kayla. What's her last name? Kayla Yabanez. She owns a marketing company up in Minnesota, and I follow her on Instagram, and she does some cool stuff. So she did the Sales Scaries series, that I picked up some good stuff that I thought I'd bring home to you guys. Number one, it's too expensive. How many of us have heard this objection? Look, it is not the price of the doTERRA products that is keeping people from buying from you. It is not. Okay. Comparing our products to the competitors, to Walmart, to Target, Grove, all these other things is not helping us build our business. First of all, we can all confidently be assured that there is no comparison between what we have at doTERRA and what you can buy anywhere else. That is proven hands down. So we got to stop making that comparison for people. All we're doing in that situation is driving them further away. Okay, because we're kind of directing them somewhere else by doing this. So don't do it. You need to look at the root cause of why they're saying it's too expensive, even though they say, yeah, I really like that, but gosh, that's too expensive for me, or I can't afford it right now, or I got to wait for payday. It's all those little excuses, right? You got to get down to the root cause, address the concerns. Okay. And once you do that, I promise you're going to have a new customer. This is where you have the conversation and you really get them to admit that they've tried everything and nothing worked. So they're having doubts that what you're telling them is going to work too. So again, this is why living by example is so important, because you can show them your own results. You can show them other people's results. You can give them a sample. Okay. And these are things that are going to reinforce the results that they can have too. This is really a big one when it comes to people saying it's too expensive. It is because they have tried everything. It is because they haven't seen the results that they were promised before. So they may like you a lot, but they don't trust what you're saying. Okay, we've got to overcome that. You have to give them the evidence to support why this is different. Okay. And you can show them how this is different. Okay. That's why some things like our weight loss class are going to be so important to us, because the more we try this stuff, the more we put into it and get our own personal results. And those are the stories we start sharing with people. That turns their ear. That gets their attention. Okay. Because I promise you, it is not the price. The freebie seekers. Oh, yes, we all have freebie seekers, right? Everyone wants a good deal on stuff. So these are the people who you sample, you give them more samples. They're always asking if something's on sale or where they can get it cheaper. They'll say, oh, I'll just use the free information you've given me, or I'll just use this little free sample and I'll let you know later, or I'll watch that class later. They only want the free information. Okay, they only want the free sample, but they won't follow up. They won't connect with you later. They won't watch that class that you've given them on recording, and you're following up and you're not getting responses. Okay, there is no accountability in these situations. So they are simply looking for something, a band-aid. Okay, they're looking for band-aid fixes. They're looking for those quick and easy things. They want to feel like they've gotten a deal. Now, we know doTERRA is a great deal. We know there's a lot of value in it. But when you've got these freebie seekers who are looking for those discounts above and beyond what we already have, that is pretty incredible, then the problem is not being solved, right? Just giving them free recipes, product info, samples, that is not solving their problem. Okay, those are things you do after you've kind of talk to someone about what their problems are, you've answered their questions, and then you're backing it up with a little sample to say, hey, based on what we talked about, try this. Okay, show them what they can get that's not free. Show them the value. Okay, what problems do you solve for your customers aside from the products? Because we know the products are good, but what problems can they get solved by working with Amy Kramer? What problems can they get by working with you? What problems can they get? What problems can you solve for them by working with you? How are you showing up to do that? Okay, do you enjoy helping people, or when you see a customer calling, you're like, oh God, it's them again? Because they do pick up on that, and that's part of the problem too. Now, here's the other big thing with these freebie seekers. They're getting that stuff, they're spending money on other things. Okay. And obviously that's not working because they still have these problems. So show them the value of swapping. Okay. Show them that it's not costing them more because they're already spending that money, whether it's prescriptions, whether it's over the counter, whether it's preservatives in their food and junk food. They're already spending that money. Okay, we're trying to help them get rid of those problems for good. Start by asking those close to you who you are the go-to person for. Okay, I asked my neighbor the other day, when she thinks of me, what problems do I solve? What am I the go-to person for? Okay. And she listed great things. She's like, Amy, you are the go-to person when I need help covering my children because I know I can count on you to be there when I need you. You are the go-to person that if I need the cup of sugar, you're the person who's going to help me get it. Okay. You're the person who, when I need a shoulder to cry on, I know I can come to you and you're not going to judge me. And she listed several things. And we all have that about us. We are a go-to person for something. Figure out what that is for you, and then use that into communicating with these freebie seekers to show them the value of what they can get by working with you that they're not going to get through a freebie. Okay. So it's building value. You think they can't do something. And it's usually, I'm really bad about this one. I think they can't afford it, so I'm not going to bother telling them about it. I can't tell you the amount of times I've done that. Fear of telling someone the price is a limitation that's hurting our business. And then what I tend to do, which this was a scary sales one for me altogether. All right, so it's a $200 kit, and then I'm going to tell them all these things why that's a great value, and I'm just going to go overboard in trying to explain to them why they should spend $200 on this set of oils and a diffuser because I'm afraid they can't afford it. So I'm trying to justify it for them. I assume because something is too expensive for me that they can't afford it either. And that's really bad. It's really bad, guys. Not offering the solution or offering something cheaper because even if it's not the best fit for them, but I know it's cheaper, or working out several formulas of things versus directing them to a kit is passing that limitation on to them. Okay. Do not let what we personally can or cannot afford keep us from helping others buy what they want. It only hurts our customer. Okay, we are doing a disservice to others when we apply this assumption to them. Give them the full power to make their own decisions of what they can and cannot afford, or what is or is not right for them. Okay, our job is simply to offer the solutions, to be there to listen and answer questions. The purchasing decision needs to be fully on them. Okay, this was a big one for me. All right, so she gave the sales formula, which I think is brilliant. So the first thing is, what is not working in social media is blind copy pasting people on post, sending general invites that are not personal and message to them or their problems, and just posting, hey girl, look at my cool product that I'm selling. Don't you want some? Or the worst, which I have to agree with this, is when you call someone or you text someone and you go, hey, and you pretend like you're checking on them, right? And hey, I haven't talked to you in a while, and how things going? And then you dive bomb them with, hey, you want to buy my stuff? This is not working to make you sales. Okay. It it makes us feel and appear desperate for anyone to buy anything. It ruins friendships, it damages relationships, and people start avoiding you and ignoring your posts. Okay. So instead of just posting this kind of stuff and doing these kind of outreach, this lady, this Kayla lady, her formula was, number one, taking a conversation with someone into what you do looks like this. Hey, I'm working on content about doTERRA On Guard. Is there anything you'd find useful or helpful in that? And engage them in that kind of conversation, right? Or do you know anyone who is wanting to work on weight loss or including more natural products in their home, or swapping out chemicals in their home, or fill in the blanks, right? But she gave two great examples here of how to approach someone that you already know and get them part of this conversation where you're just not like, hey, will you buy my stuff? Deliver free value, a resource that gives them what, but not how, and intrigues them to want more. Okay, so that's what we really try to do in our classes, is we're trying to give them a lot of information around what it is, what it's all about, why it works, what the success stories we've had are, and and then we introduce how you can get it. Okay, so by delivering a free resource, right, whether it's an ebook, whether it's content on social media, we're trying to give them the what and lead them to us to learn how to get it, learn how to use it, learn how to make it part of their daily life. Okay, and I love that step. And quite honestly, I've been working with it because I'm planning my 2022 social media content. And this bullet number 2 has really changed what you're going to see me post next year. All right, number 3. Are they ready and willing to solve their problem? Do they want to solve it now, or do they want to justify it away? Eek, that's huge. Okay. If they are just but I'm going to say it, bitching and complaining about the problem. Sometimes people just got to do that. But when you ask the question, are you ready to take care of that? Are you open to learning how to take care of that? You're putting the accountability on them to admit that they're ready and willing. Because if they're not there yet, you are not ready to take them any further into the sales formula. Okay, getting someone ready and willing, and them saying, I'm ready, I can't do this anymore, I am done. These are ready and willing statements that will then, you can prompt them, okay, well, let's talk. Okay, but until someone says that, it's just noise. Okay, and our job is to help them get to this point through our relationship with them, through conversations we're having, to get them to the point they're ready and willing. Then we ask the question, what if anything is standing in their way to doing this? Okay, and we deal with those barriers. We ask them questions like, well, how is it going to be different when that problem is gone? Okay, this helps you judge how serious they are about it. What will continue to remain the same if this problem stays? Okay, this again is kind of helping level set. Are you really committed to doing this? Now, are they ready for a solution? Okay, always make sure that you are on the same page before you go any further in talking about products and prices and what may or may not work for them. Because you can give samples all day long, but until they are ready and willing and they have said these things to you, don't go into a solution. Okay, now when they are, then you can say, okay, now let's talk solutions. Okay, let's talk samples. Let's talk what this could mean for you and work out a plan. Then you give them the opportunity to agree. With working with me to accomplish weight loss, natural living, swapping chemicals in your home, whatever, does that feel like it's the right level of support, or do you feel like there's something else that you need as well? This is asking them to confirm with you what you are truly trying to help them with. And this commitment is what's going to get you the alignment that you and them are on the same page, and you're going to focus on this one single problem. You're going to state the investment, which is the cost of the kit, the cost of LRPs. You're going to outline some options for them, and then you're going to detach. It's in their court now to make those decisions. Your job is to offer it, present the information to them, and then give them the opportunity to look at it and respond. Okay. Now, don't shy away from price and all that other stuff that we've just gone through. So I thought this was pretty good. And again, this was free training too. So that was pretty worth sharing with you guys. All right. Social media selling. This was another freebie. And really good stuff out of this one too. So this is a combination of several things I listened to, including some doTERRA training, including some Blue Diamond training I happen to get into, the last Empowered Success training I was in. So combination of several things. Okay, so there are some new wording tips that were recommended. Instead of LRP, use words like subscribe and save, which is what Amazon uses to get those recurring purchases of things that we buy off all the time on Amazon, right? There's a little button that says subscribe and save. Okay, using that wording is an easier way for people to digest what LRP is. Okay, so starting to incorporate that versus LRP, it eliminates the need for us to explain LRP. We can still explain the benefits, right? You get percentage back, you get free shipping, you get shipping points, you can use those for free items. But our subscribe and save program has benefits that Amazon doesn't. Okay. And I love this one. This one came from the Abode training I was in. You don't have to compromise what's good for your health, for your home, for you, for the planet, right? You don't have to compromise those things. We have good products that will help solve all of that. Green shouldn't and doesn't cost more when you look at good natural products. Okay, and especially with that new bottling that they've done on the Abode products, this is a full end-to-end savings for a lot of us, and economically and in our planet. This one came from a Blue Diamond. Don't buy your health back later because of illness and poor health. Take care of yourself now. I thought that was really good. The laundry pods that doTERRA has out, guys, those are 43 cents per load. I don't know that I've ever done laundry for that for less than 50 cents a load. And it's effective. It's truly green, so it's good for our planet, and it smells good. So that was a really good one. These are pods you can actually eat because remember when everyone was eating Tide Pods. So I don't recommend eating doTERRA pods. Please don't. But they're natural. So it's not like these crazy kids that were eating Tide Pods. Okay. And then this one, I've been using this a lot. Are you open to learning more? Okay. Introducing that call to action. And I'm going to talk about this here in a little bit, but this question, are you open to learning more, is really key. 3 tips to selling. Number 1, don't sell your product. And I just said this is tips for selling, right? Don't sell your product. Speak from your customer's pain point, their problem, what's really going on with them. Okay, personalize it. Connect with them where they are now and listen very well to what they're saying. Because too often, and I'm really bad about this myself, too often we just jump to those solutions. Oh yeah, you just need a drop of Melaleuca. Or, oh, I can hook you up with something that's going to help you sleep better tonight. Don't do that. Just listen really well. Be the best friend you can in listening. Talk through what the desired state is. Really understand that, okay? And when you really come from a point of understanding them and they know that you understand them, then you can introduce the sample, okay? Present a solution, present a sample. And then ask this question, would you be open to learning more? Let's see if this is the right fit for you, okay? Really put it back on them to feel like they are owning their path forward. Forget everything you've learned about selling. I love this one because there is no one way to do it. Each of us is different. We have our own strengths, our own creativity points, our own passion and interest, and it's bringing those together that's going to attract our ideal customers and our business partners, the other future people that we want to have join in this community that we have of builders and sharers. Look for styles that speak to you. Watch other people, how they're doing it, what makes them successful, but don't just follow in their footsteps. Make it your own. Okay, what do you add to that? Or what do you do differently that is really you? Make it feel and look like you. Then ask permission. Then these are just some sample questions that were given. If I do this, if I give you a sample, will you try it? If I invite you to this class, would you come? Okay, you see how that works? Let's see if this is right fit for you. Again, when you're talking about a sample, okay, because then you're telling them that there's more than one way to cure a problem. I'm not sure if you'd open to this, or not, but okay, that's another leading. Would you be open to? You see that happen. This is coming up a lot. So it's all in how we ask permission to help serve others, because when we assume we can help them or we assume what they can't afford, then we kind of start limiting ourselves and we start putting up those blocks where they can easily give us objections. All right, let's talk about social media. I told you guys, I went to a lot of free training. Okay, there's 3 steps to social media. Number 1 is general awareness. Okay, this is where you do your advertising, you promote what you're doing, you build the brand of you, right? This is all general 101 stuff, right? Now, a lot of us stick right there. Okay, we just post product pictures, we talk about why we do doTERRA, right? We stay right here on level 1. Level 2, this is kind of where our vault is. We're building education, we're offering information, we're building community relationships, right? Or trying to. This is where we get our customer engagement. This is where we get people involved in what we're doing. Then when we've got them engaged and they're interested in what we're saying, Then we have the opportunity to ask for referrals. We can do the attraction marketing. We can do content marketing. That's where our product posts can really get some traction. We give them a freebie to download, like an ebook or a newsletter with recipes. And we start building those email lists of contacts that we can follow up with and those names that we can invite to classes. Okay. And then that is where we convert people in the social world, social media world, into customers. So it's building these tiers and getting them a person's name and direct conversation with them and getting them in classes and getting a real conversation going with them on Zoom or in a class or however. Okay. So that's, again, pretty good information, right? Okay. There are 7 steps to building a great social media post. Number 1, get to the point. You have literally less than 3 seconds to capture someone's attention before they scroll on by. Be crystal clear and very direct. You should not be creating fluffy content, okay? It should be very clean, very easy to read, and very eye-catching. It should be things that attract your customer, okay? Speak like see where they're coming from. Speak in their problem language, right? Ask yourself, what am I really trying to say here? What is their biggest problem that I'm trying to talk about? And that is the premise of where you build your content from. Use words that they use phrases that they use. Simple, clear language catches their attention because it's things they're saying too. Be informal. Okay, this is where you get to be yourself. How often do we not have to put on a mask and be something that we're not, or the mom hat, the employee hat, the whatever hat we're wearing? Here we actually get to be ourselves, and that feels good. Be unique. Okay, what is your journey that has gotten you where the results that you have? What have been your transforming moments? Okay, these are things to call out to people because especially when you're talking about a problem they're having, if they see someone else's success, it can inspire them to also want more information to figure out how they can do it too. Your social media post should not need any extra content. Okay, everything they know should be right in front of them. They should not have to ask, well, what does she mean by that? Or what does any of that mean? Okay, it should be a graphic that relates to the content, and it should be so clean and easy to understand that they're like, yep, I agree, they like it, and they move on. Then again, don't get hung up on so much of the formal of this that you can't have fun. Okay, make it, again, we want to bring our own energy into our business. One of the best ways we can do that is through social media. When it feels like a chore, guess what? Chores don't get done very fun. Okay, make it fun, keep it energetic, keep it positive, keep it the way that you feel like you're where you are. Okay. All right, content hooks. Yeah, this was a good one too. So content hooks are where your post is catching someone's attention. Okay. So this is when you say things like, this is why you can't lose weight. This is why you are not getting the results from your latest diet, right? You're catching someone's attention because I guarantee you someone tried to put on jeans today and they didn't fit. Okay. And they're pissed off. The 3 biggest mistakes you might be making in losing weight. And I keep using the losing weight one because we have this class coming up. We could also say the 3 biggest mistakes you're making in cleaning your house, because again, a lot of people clean their own house and they don't have the luxury of a cleaning person, right? How can you get XYZ results in this time frame? Now, I don't like this one so much because it puts everyone's going to be different and results are not always going to be the same, right? But again, it's a content hook that could draw someone in. The secret to XYZ, and that no one else is telling you, right? You've got an edge on something else that they're not hearing anywhere else. That's a good content hook. Read this if you want to overcome whatever problem. Okay. 3 things I wish I knew before. And again, I really don't like this one either, because I kind of feel like I see it a lot and it doesn't really, speak to me. But again, it's a content hook that might serve the people that you're trying to attract. Now, after you've done your content hook on your post and you've given the information here, right? Then you always leave a call to action, which I'm liking this one. Are you open to learning more, trying to sample, come to a class? You get the idea. So there's some content hooks for your next social media post. Okay, your profile, social media profile. And again, this is straight out of my notes that I took when I attended this stuff. Take what serves you and pass the rest. Use a recent picture of yourself on your profile picture. It helps you appear more authentic and real. Update your cover photo to emphasize, a message of, do you want X results? Make them feel good, attract them, use the colors, language, and stuff that speaks to your ideal customer. Include a call of action in your description, okay, whether that's a link to shop, an invitation to a class, whatever it is. And then in your description as well, this is where you can do a hook, a story, and an offer formula. So you emphasize the problem in your description or your overview of you, and you put it in their customers' words. You use words like now, must, final, right, quick, and you present the problem. You present a solution. You create a transformational statement of, with empathy and, emotion, like, I've been there, I know, I'm right there with you, right? You create that relatability. You create curiosity so that they want to learn more. And then you give them an offer, a free download item, a link to a class, a free sample, whatever. So this was just some social media profile tips that, again, take what serves you. And, this was someone's advice that they were recommending for how to increase engagement and followings. Okay, a couple things. So our normal resource and top tip sheet, market research. Use a Word or Excel document. Outline who your ideal customer is. We've talked about that before in these recordings. And then find out about them, okay? Where do they subscribe? Where do they get information? You may want to look at competitors for information, right? How are they talking to people? If you need examples, what are they doing that speaks to you if it's something you're interested in? Read Amazon reviews of similar products, right? That can give you a lot of information around what people are loving and hating, right? Read books that are relatable to your niche, okay? Join Facebook book groups where your customer hangs out. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I guess it's not a secret. I'm part of the Hobby Lobby enthusiast Facebook group because I love Hobby Lobby. It's one of my favorite stores. And there was a lady in there who was talking about candles. The Christmas candles are out. And she was asking what was a good scent to look at for this year. And I said, I don't use stinky candles anymore. I use my diffuser, and doTERRA has these wonderful holiday joy and holiday peace oils that I just really love. And then it equated to me having an offline conversation with someone who lives in Tennessee, and Amy sent her some samples of holiday peace and holiday joy, along with a sample of Deep Blue because she was also experiencing pain. And an invitation to our weight loss class that I'm trying to get her signed up for. So being in groups that you commonly have a natural interest in can lead to some pretty incredible things. Now, I don't know if anything's going to come of that, but that sort of thing happens quite a bit. And you just it's you being you, right? Watch YouTube and read the comments of products and things that interest you or subscriptions that interest you. And you're going to pick up a lot of what people are talking about that is relevant to how you should be approaching them as well. Because you can say, you know what, I can help with that. Would you be interested in learning more? Check out blogs, podcasts, that sort of thing, where you're naturally curious about something yourself, and that leads to others that are curious and interested in the same thing, and you can develop these conversations with them. Pinterest, I'm kind of pissed off at them right now because of the whole taking down natural stuff, but that still is a resource for a lot of people to get things. Okay, content marketing. And this was kind of a recurring theme in a lot of the trainings I was in. Pick a social media you're most comfortable on and play on it. Okay. Put out one piece of content daily, something relevant in one topic. Deliver only one result to one type of customer per post. So what that means is if your ideal customer is stay-at-home moms, then you're not going to put a post out there about working moms. Okay, you're going to speak to your customer. Get emotional, let your customer feel the real you. Always include a call to action. And then think about who you were 6 months ago. Okay, I know who I was. And yeah, I'm growing more every day. That's probably your ideal customer, or at least that's a good place to start looking. All right, let's talk about year end, because it's here, ladies and Bruce, if you're listening. Okay, November. November is a great month to focus on home because everyone's going to be getting ready for holidays. This is a great time to talk about greenwashing, which I've been introducing to the vault. Okay, these fake natural products. It's a good time to talk about food, cooking, baking, because everyone's going to be doing holiday cooking and baking. Holiday items, of course, those are all the rage right now. Likely to have a BOGO week on Thanksgiving week. So that's another way to engage people. And, top of mind for a lot of people is shortages, job insecurity, trying to live through uncertain times. These are very real things that are underlying a lot of the sentiment we have around holidays this year. So being able to speak from that and again, looking at our businesses as that economy resilient thing that we can establish in our lives is very positive. In the vault this month, I'm going to have a gratitude challenge. And I spoke to a live video of it last weekend to encourage people to add spikenard to their LRP in November. It is a little bit more expensive oil, guys, but I'm going to tell you, I've been working with this thing for the past couple months. And it's a 5 ml bottle. It's in an old oil. Yeah, it's an old oil. It's definitely got a distinct aroma. But I've been working with this in building this gratitude challenge. And I will say it has definitely earned its name of the oil of gratitude. Okay. And while I'm still not a real big fan of the spikenard aroma, I've learned to work with it through this challenge that I can appreciate what it makes me feel in terms of gratitude. Okay. So all this month in Nevada, I'm talking about gratitude all the way up through Thanksgiving. And then I'm going to switch into holiday DIYs, holiday gifts, ways to save money on Christmas, and things like that to help our customers. Zoom classes, again, we've got the metabolism and weight class November 3rd. We're going to do a master class on the 10th, and then nothing the week of the next 2 weeks. If you want to teach, let me know. I'm always happy to support you guys. So for November, for our team, builders and sharers, I put a boat on here because this is the oil of accountability. Okay. And I think a lot of what I shared this month is around accountability, personal and to our community. And as I'm working with a boat in my own home, I'm realizing that it is a good oil to help us make those serious changes in our lives, because it creates that energy to allow us to change. Okay, it helps with inspiring us to make positive things happen and supporting us as we do that work to make changes a reality. And it is also about helping us expand our vision and reach for empowerment, right? That free will, which I did speak about here too, about being your own boss. So take back your position at the helm of your business. Release all the things you've told yourself about why you cannot succeed in it. And let's clear that path so we can be successful in 22. So I thought that was a perfect teamable for us this time. And I hope all of you are enjoying Abode. Diffuse it. It smells very clean. I love it. Very clean smelling oil. And then let's plan on how to have a great 22. All right, year-end planning questions. So I invite you guys all the time to build a business plan. I think it's super important. But some things to consider. Now I like to download a traditional business plan. Okay, so I have financials, market analysis, competitor information. I put all of that in my business plan. I also like to have some other things in there that are kind of different. So brain dump everything on paper that you want to do. And it helps you kind of sort out what to put in your business plan. List what you want to keep, what isn't working, what needs your face on it, right? And that goes in your business plan to figure out how to do it. Look at things of how you can simplify, whether it's that doTERRA social tool to help you with scheduling social media posts, whether it's training you need, whether it's support, mentoring, whatever, that all goes in your business plan too. Set yourself some goals. And I'm talking more than just what kind of rank you want to be. What kind of business do you want to be at this time next year? Okay. I think that's super important to have that conversation with yourself. And then your schedule. What is your schedule going to look like to make all that happen? And again, you remember several slides back, I talked about if you want a 6 or 7 income figure from your doTERRA business, how are you working to make that happen? What steps do you need to take? And how are you going to hold yourself accountable? So again, these are just some things that I put in my own personal business plan on top of, like I said, I just go out to Google and download a free traditional business plan template. And then I add other things into it that are relevant for me. Okay, December, it's going to happen here really, really quick. December is all about celebration. And I think we need that after the last couple of years. People are just tired of the nonsense going on in the world. But again, there's some underlying concerns and insecurities in the world that are going to make us more reserved. But I think it's a really good time to reach out to people, to celebrate what's going on in their lives, celebrate your relationship with being friends with someone. Okay. Fully expect December to be the 200 PV month, which I know sometimes that's kind of tough with the BOGOs happening Thanksgiving week. So just know, usually frankincense is a 200 PV month. Okay, and I personally love that because I don't buy frankincense. I don't buy peppermint and I don't buy frankincense. I always get those free. In the vault in December, I'm going to focus on oils of the Bible. Lots of education about that. It's a really beautiful series. I'm super proud of it. And I'm going to wrap up in the beginning of the month. I'm going to talk a lot about more DIYs and helping those gifts of people that we want to give something to and how to do that naturally. As you prepare for 22, look at your sample supplies, maybe things to stock up on, things you want to try, what books, printed materials you need, get some fresh business cards if you need them, update your names list, set your goals, your business plan. Big thing about your budget. So a couple weeks ago, I posted about the Zoom renewing in January. If you guys want to use it with me, let me know so I can personally budget the expense and we can share it with whoever is interested in doing it. Don't forget things like convention, sampling supplies, those sorts of things are good things to put in your budget. Now, as we look outside of December, past holidays, itchy nose. Obviously, cleanses are a big deal. Nutrition, health changes, dieting, all that stuff's good. Cleaning out, simplifying. Again, the greenwashing, I think, is very appropriate for first quarter. Immunity is going to continue to be a big thing in our world. And I don't think we can educate people enough on the options out there besides, I'm not even going to go there, just natural options that are available. Again, the insecurities that people are feeling, I think, are very important to speak to in this. And I think home is going to continue to be an epicenter that we can focus on, especially now with the Abode products. Okay, so super long recording, but I hope it was of value to you guys. I haven't heard from some of you in a while. So let me know how you're doing, what I can do to help you. And, again, I hope these recordings are helpful to you. And, are adding value to helping you be successful. All right, guys, stay well. We'll talk again soon.